It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Hi, neighbors. Okay, that's enough of that. So, welcome to the Coin Geek and a totally different type of unboxing video. I will not unbox my feet anymore for you, but we are going to get kind of down on the floor here a little bit because I went to the Texas Numismatic Association show and I brought back a few books and we're going to unbox some books. And I'm actually pretty excited about this just so you get a feel for what's there. And if you get a chance next year to go to the Texas show, I think next year it's going to be in the Houston area. But I bid on dozens of banker boxes of books. You see these? They got the banker box or the file box size boxes of books. I bid on dozens of those guys, and I ended up getting 3 of them. And then I bid on individual book lots. Some of them were in lots, and some were individual books. So, for example, this was all one lot. This Coins of Cypress, and then we've got some more Coins of Cypress, and then you've got the coins of the Genoese rulers of Chios, 1314 to 1329. That's oddly specific, right? But you know, if you want to learn, also, you know, some of the books I bid on were not in English. This is actually in English and Greek. What do you got here? The coinage of modern Greece, Crete, and Cyprus. That's a mailed bid thing here. This one looks pretty cool too. Greek and Byzantine Studies. Modern Greek coins. Look, this one, that's so funny. This one is actually in German about Greek coins, right? Die numismatische Situation in Griechenland während der Revolution von 1821 und die ersten nigrischen Münzen des AI Cappadostrias. Okay, there you go. And modern Greek coins, 1828 to 1968. This stack of books was $1. You know, it's fun stuff. It is fun stuff. Here we go here. The History of United States Mint and Coinage by a man named Evans. This one I think was a couple bucks. You know, and so what's fun about the old school stuff, you know, the photos aren't really as good, but it's kind of fun to look and see what was said and when it was said, because it really gives you an idea of the timeline. So for people who are actually historians that are putting things together, you know, they actually get to, if you go back through the archives, you get to figure out who's copying who about what. Morphology of coins, I mean, I just thought that was kind of fun. I have no idea what this book is about besides the morphology of coins. So I'm assuming that this is coins through history and how they slowly progressed into something different. That would be my guess when you get to the term morphology. This is the old Don Taxay book, right? This is U.S. coins and counterfeiting, misstruck and unofficial U.S. coins. A guide for the detection of cast and struck counterfeits, electrotypes, and altered coins. This is an old school book that's really good quality. You know, I know that a lot of times we want to see the newer photos of stuff, but also it's good to have some of the information that's in any of the older things. Now, sometimes it's all about the book cover, but also look at this book. Isn't that impressive? Right, large size silver coins of the world. 16th through 19th century by Davenport. This was $5. By the way, Davenport, you know, anytime you're looking at thalers, or the larger silver coins, sometimes called world crowns, Davenport is the reference. So there's different Davenport books. Like there's a thicker book that's kind of smaller. This is more of a coffee table book, but it'll usually have a reference number, and that'll be the Davenport book. And so, of course, you run into a ton of German coins in here, but he actually also has, you know, Poland, Spain, Annam. Look at that. So he's got all kinds of stuff. This book is fun. I'm really excited about that one. That's a good one. You know, and you can't judge a book by a cover, but you can buy it by a cover. Ironically, the book that I think I spent the most on, this was $7. United States National Banknotes and their seals. Look at this high glossy finish. Beautiful book. This is by DeWitt G. Prather or Prather. And you know, it goes state by state, and it talks about the seal for each state. And anyway, got these really cool seal photos. I've seen stuff like that on stickers. You know, this old style typeset printing there. The fun thing though was bidding on these boxes, right? Because the boxes, I know I spent $12 on one box, and I know I spent, I think, trying to find the little receipts in here, but one box I know was $1. The other box I don't know. I think maybe it was $5. But the $12 one I bid on very specifically because of some of the books that were in it. Because it had my favorite book, right? The official grading guide to the ANA with all the black and white drawings. This is my favorite grading book to get for y'all US collectors out there. Also, what ended up being in this one, actually I haven't really looked through these entirely. No, this is, this is not that book. This is not that box. Ooh, I think I got 2 of those books. This is exciting. I had Chris give me this book, a gentleman there who was nice to meet. He says this is his favorite numismatic book for just setting off the numismatic experience for U.S. collectors, Adventures with Rare Coins by Q. David Bowers. Art, history, romance, and investment. And of course, always the photos. One of the things about books that's great is you can grab books and go through them and find all kinds of photos. Look at that coin cabinet. Boom, I want one of those. So, you know, the problem with the interweb, of course, is that when you search for something, it's really pretty amazing to me how limited the amount of information is that you get. In other words, it'll feed you the exact same information over and over again. So when I search for, I was searching for some photos from the Columbian World Exposition, right? And there was a whole bunch of hits that were the same. And I'm like, this is not helping me out right now, y'all. Always can use an old world paper money catalog. So this stuff is great because these don't really go out of style. So this is information content, these thick books, these cross publications. And if you can pick them up for 10 or 15 bucks or whatever at a used bookstore, lots of times at a used bookstore they're probably $5. It covers 1368 to 1960. Great reference book to have. The prices don't matter. It's the information that's important in that. Third edition of Coins of the World from 1750 to 1850 by W.D. Craig. This is also just kind of a classic old reference book. Half the coins are pictures, half the coins are drawn in there. Let's see, what else do we got here? All right, Oreo y Tomás Prieto Collection, Volume 5. Wow, Barcelona, 2022. This is a new catalog. And so I get to brush up on my Castilian, it looks like. Look at that. Man, just the information in there. That's cool. Auction catalogs are also one of my favorite ways to find stuff because auction catalogs have usually have really great pictures to them. Coins you can collect, Contemporary World Gold Coins by Durst. Kind of another neat little book there. I got here. Common Sense Coin Investments, Q. David Bowers. There might be a few Q. David Bowers books in here. 1995 Blue Book. Oh, this is good. The United States Paper Money Error Book by Bart. These are really fun books. Really neat reference books for anyone who wants to get into paper money errors. The Bart books are very good because they teach you a lot about the different errors that are in there. Treasury of the World's Coins by Reinfeld. Let's see here. Yoink. Small size paper money books. These are tough to get. These have been out of print for a while. Oakes and Lindquist, and then Schwartz and Lindquist. 8th edition and 6th edition. These I think still sell pretty well on the eBay. Last time I checked. But even the older editions, just because they stopped producing them. How to Build a Coin Collection, High Profits from Rare Coin Investments by Q. David Bowers, Coin World Almanac. Some of those aren't my favorite types of books, little black book. But there's another book in here that was really, I like, well, okay, look, I like these little black books. These are really fun. There's a lot of these out there, and there's actually a few stacks of them that I didn't bid on because I have a collection of a lot of these already. This one is the colonial coinage of the U.S. Virgin Islands. And so it'll be a very specific piece of history, just one little time period or one country, and I'll have kind of a deep dive into some of the different stuff that's out there. And so this is cool because this covers a very specific area and time period. So it has paper money, it has tokens, so that's kind of fun. The other book that really just caught my eye right now is this book here, Japanese Coinage. Norm Jacobs, Cornelius Vermeule, the third, PhD. Come on now, that's what I'm talking about. So this should be a pretty fun book. It's got a lot of information on Japanese coins, and hopefully it's got, okay, it talks about the different time periods in which the coins were produced. What I really want to see in books like this is I don't want to just see this. I want to see you teach me how to read that. Right? That's a whole thing. That's a whole thing. All right, a lot of the boxes had stuff in it that was like publications. What is this even? The Colonial Newsletter Cumulative Index serial numbers 1 through 103. That doesn't even seem like it's a book. So you'll see lots of these had journals, publications, and stuff like that in them. So you would see bundles of like the John Reich Journal, right? So bundles of those in there. The sad thing about a lot of these books, they were in libraries, and then they have a little thing that says withdrawn. That's like the book equivalent of the body bag, right? The big old withdrawn. Studies in Money in Early America by the American Numismatic Society, 1976. Eric P. Newman and Richard Doty. Dude's got entire libraries of numismatics named after him. Museums, I should say. That's a good book. Here's another early American one. Looks like it was a auction, Stax auction. What else is? Ooh, look at that. Ooh, piece of candy. The Commemorative Coinage of the United States, 1892 to 1938. But look at this book. It looks like it's from 1938. Yes, this book is from 1938. Well, this is cool because books like these are really close to the source time period-wise. So this is probably a book that some of the guys who wrote more modern books used as they went forward with their writings. The Standard Guide to Lincoln Cents, 4th edition by Sol Taylor. Nice looking little publication. I don't know what's the bottom of here. United States Half Cent, 1793 to 1857, deluxe edition by Bowers and Ruddy. That's a cool piece. Little pamphlet, autographed. There you go. United States Commemorative Coins, 1892 to 1939 by Waite Raymond. Right? So some of you know these names. A lot of younger guys don't, but if you've been in the hobby a little bit, someone was using this as their checklist, and they had prices in here, $10, $12, $8. Checked them off when he got them. Did he get the pan pack? It doesn't look like it. There's that bucket list coin, the pan pack. He had the gold ones, the little gold ones, but not the big guy. Not the big guy. United States Commemorative Coinage by Slaybaugh. You can see they tried to pack some of these books together a little bit by topic. It looks like, right? Another Waite Raymond book. Waite Raymond produced all kinds of. He produced holders for coins as well. The Secret of the Good Samaritan Shilling by Eric P. Newman. 1959. Indian Cent Date Varieties by Steinberger. This is like just a little pamphlet. Look at that guy. 3 cent and 5 cent pieces by Q. David Bowers. Always with the fun photos, Q. David Bowers. Oh, here's another book on the commemoratives of the United States. It's like really falling apart here. It's like a leatherette binding. Compiled and published by B. Maxwell, numismatist. Some of y'all know exactly who that is. The photos in here, the pages are really white. And then he had the little rice paper in between the pages to protect the photos. That's a cool book. I like that one. I like it a lot. And mature head United States copper coins since 1843 to 1857, 5th edition. That's fun. This is all handset typed. All right, we got one more box here to go, and the CDN rare coin price performance 1963 to 1988. How's that, huh? This is probably by Q. David Bowers, because they always are by Q. David Bowers. It has a lot of old photos of the old gray sheets in there. This is it. So this book, this is the one that I bid $12 on because I saw this book in it. I got 2 of these. That's exciting. That's super exciting. The Complete Collector by Q. David Bowers. Like I said, he's got all kinds of different types of books out there. A Complete Course in Numismatics, American Institute of Professional Numismatists by Walter Breen. Worth reading. I'm gonna. That's a reading book. I prefer photos. The Complete United States Coin Collecting. A little bit more modern book here on the Coin Digest. Some red books and blue books in here. Not any early ones. 1980. What's this here? 1984. The Smart Collector, a Coin World book. And Coin Collector Survivor Manual by Scott Travers. There's a name that most of you will probably know if you've been around a little bit. So what's really cool is then Grading Coins, a collection of readings, Begg and Jelinski. So they're really trying to point out different things. I'm excited about older grading books to kind of get a feel for the thoughts and ideas that these gentlemen had. But also, so this book's really good. So okay, this guy Halperin, maybe you've heard of James Halperin. If you don't know, he founder of Heritage, NCI, Grading Guide. So what's interesting about this book, this is one that I had actually seen that was in here because I saw it afterwards. But the clippings from this book, some of these are directly in that PCGS Grading Guide, where they have a color code system to show you where the high points on a coin are. And this is the original place that information came from. And so that's a cool book. He's got a second one in here that I saw. A pictorial guide to coin conditions. Once again, they're trying to show you things a little bit harder in that book. But here it is again, How to Grade U.S. Coins by James Halperin. And it's got a lot of that material. Now the photo grade stuff where it's hard to see from pictures, but this stuff, this is directly in that PCGS guidebook on grading. This is a direct lift. I'm sure it was with permission. You know, I'm sure it was with permission. So this was a fun little box because Investor's Guide to United States Coin, Neil Berman and Hans Schulman, but it had 3 different really good grading books in it, and it had a bunch of more esoteric grading books. Handbook to United States Type Coins, Copper, Nickel, Silver by Yeoman. This guy who wrote the red book. Numismatic Index, Numismatist Index. What do we got here? Coins and Collectors by Q. David Bowers. Guy, did you know Q. David Bowers wrote a few books? Basic Knowledge for the Coin Collector. The Staff of the Coin World. Pamphlets. A Guide to the United to grading. Okay, this is the original Brown and Dunn. Maybe not the original. I don't know when the first year was. Yeah, so Brown and Dunn, this is the lead up. This is the lead up to the ones with the line drawings, because this one doesn't have the line drawings. It just has the verbal description in it. But then after this, there's a Brown and Dunn book that basically looks just like this, only it's got the pictures in it, and it's by Brown and Dunn. Travers, the Coin Collecting Survivor, the Coin Collector Survivor Manual. Here we go. Here's the photo grade. Right, so this is when they went from that line drawings to the photos. But all this is based off the work of that Brown and Dunn book. A Common Sense Approach to Grading by Richard Long. Handwritten cover. Little pamphlet. A Complete Guide for Profitable Coin Investing by Don Bale. And last but not least, I'd be curious to see how that worked out. Coin Collecting Handbook by Fred Reinfeldt. Anyways, that's a lot of books. That's a lot of books for 40 bucks, huh? Not bad. Not too shabby. Some fun stuff, some stuff that I can part ways with, some stuff that I'll have up in my library, some stuff that I'll undoubtedly donate to auctions and give away. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.